Hello there gamers, it's me, Frosty. Wanna know what I hate more than taxes? Pandemics. Over the years and years of humanity's existence, pandemics have come and gone. From the big ones started by rats, to the more recent ones started by bats, pandemics tend to shape the eras they happen in. Now what if I told you there was once a pandemic in a video game? Yeah, cause that's what happens when my PS4 refuses to wear a mask. But it really did happen, and it happened in one of the biggest games of its time, World of Warcraft. So today, the final Tuesday of January, let's talk about the corrupted blood incident. As someone who never played World of Warcraft, I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to the massively popular MMO that dominated the early 2000s, mainly because I was still a small child. But as a gamer, I am very familiar with the corrupted blood incident. It all started on September 13th, 2005, a time when Madagascar and the 40-year-old Virgin were considered new. Blizzard Entertainment, you know, the Overwatch guys, had just added new content to their nerd-defining MMO World of Warcraft. And let's just say, it probably was not ready to be released, judging by the fact it caused a virtual pandemic. Think Cyberpunk 2077, where it's full of bugs, but the bugs are actually death. Blizzard added a new raid to the game, called Zul'Gurub. Try saying that 3 times fast. And I think I just summoned a demon. The final boss of this raid was this lovely chap named Hakkar the Soulflayer. Hakkar had the ability to give players battling him a contagious effect called corrupted blood. While it didn't really hurt to many of the tryhards, the noobs basically died instantly when they got the effect. So what went wrong? To sum it up simply, if a player had an animal companion, that animal would be given the corrupted blood effect as well. And after the raid, said animals could spread it to NPCs, who could spread the effect but not die from it. And so, like any disease in a fantasy role-playing MMO, which really there aren't that many, it spread very, very quickly. World of Warcraft at this time was a pretty big game. So when a pandemic broke out on the servers, it spread like wildfire. Cities began to fill with the bones of fallen players who had died from the pandemic. Players fled from major cities and towns to safer areas, fearing for their lives. And then you have the psychos who purposely spread it around. But you also had the community around the game helping each other out, as higher level players with good healing abilities would help others recover. Lower level players who couldn't help on the front lines would help direct other players from the epicenters, and the World of Warcraft community stuck out the pandemic. Blizzard instituted a quarantine inside the game, and on October 8th they removed the effect from the players' pets, keeping it isolated to the boss battle. It's not often that an event in a video game affects the real world, but the corrupted blood incident is a perfect example of what happens when a game can be used to further the knowledge of humanity. But so does Brain Age, and who doesn't love Brain Age? Scientists studied how the players reacted to the event, and realized its similarities and ability to analyze how real humans would react to real pandemics. They also studied how the psychos I mentioned earlier function similar to terrorist cells as they spread the disease. So yeah, tax dollars at work. But recently, the events of this pandemic have been compared to the recent pandemic the world has been embroiled in, that YouTube does not like the name of. They share a lot of similarities, like how the NPCs were asymptomatic to the effect but could still spread it to other players, how people wouldn't follow a quarantine even if it was a matter of life and death, and it also lasted less than a month. Wait, it's January?